In 2015, there was a traffic jam in Beiying Highway that completely choked the highway. In 1980 there was a severe traffic jam on French Autoroute Highway that traffic was jammed up to 175 km. Traffic jam from Paris to Lyon took many days to clear. Similarly, Brazil, Germany, America, and in different parts of the world, traffic jams keep happening, where cars blocked in traffic jam for 12 days. In this video, we will talk about an orange traffic jam which will last not for days, weeks, or months, but for 8 years. Welcome back to Incredible World. Viewer, the longest and the heaviest traffic jam occurred in Suez Canal, where ships and their members blocked in there for next 8 years. It was not enough for anyone to clear that traffic jam. Let's get the interesting story of the longest traffic jam of history. Suez Canal is very important for shipping and trading. Before 1869, when shipping industry don't have a gift of Suez Canal, then trading was done between Europe and Asia through all the way crossing the African continent. Suez Canal convert their monthly trading into days. And now, ships directly comes out from Mediterranean Sea in Dead Sea. Through this over 10,000 kilometers saved by every ship. Besides this, in African Ocean many pirate gangs rob the ships, among them, Somalian pirates and West African pirates are quite famous. These pirates blocked those ships and robbed over a million from them. On June 5, 1967, 15 cargo ships entered from Mediterranean side of Suez ship. Normally it took 15 hours, but today their hourly travel was going to convert in years. But unfortunately they didn't have any idea about that. This was the era when the situation between Egypt and Israel was not normal. They both were preparing for the war. This line is the border of Egypt and 200 km far away from the Suez Canal. This completely area is known as Sinai Peninsula. There was no sign of war among them, but then, Israel surprisingly attacked the Egypt. In next 1 hour many missiles and helicopter fall on Suez Canal. The situation became so terrible that Egypt government had to close the Suez Canal from both sides. And soon Israel got overcome over Sinai Peninsula, and now there is another border of Israel. Only Suez Canal is the only separation between these two countries. To stop entry of the Israel army in Egypt, Egypt army blocked the canal, and broke their own bridges, set different mines in Suez Canal, so that nobody can use that canal. During this 15 cargo ships remained stuck in the lake. At their one side Israel army was present, at another side Egypt army was present. They can't even move back, nor forward. In fact they didn't have any option instead of waiting. Everyone was waiting for the situation to be handled. Weeks passed, months and then even years passed, but situation can't handle. The whole was facing the loss, shipment got delayed and freight charges increased. At one hand the whole world was facing the problems due to the war, and at other hand, the blocked ships members were facing their own problems. Among them British, German, Swedish, Polish, French, Bulgarian, Czechoslovakian and American were also present. When they realized that this was not gonna end yet, then shipping management called the crew back. And only 10 members were left for management of ships. Every 2 to 3 months later, these crew of 10 people also changed. Crew on the ships started doing different activities on their ships. A small church was open on German ship where all Christian do worship. On Bulgarian ship movie night was arranged daily, and football was played on British ship. Even they arranged Olympics on Bitter Lakes, that called as Bitter Lakes Olympics 1968. Time was flying but there was no signs of getting ships out from there. Layers of mud started gather over ships. As these ships were neutral, they didn't have any concern with the war, that's why both countries were giving them food. In 1973 for 6 years, this war was again at its peak. At this time Egypt started the war with its all power, entered in the Sinai Peninsula and kicked Israel out from that. During this an Israel missile, by mistake hit the ship of America. Finally on October 24, 1973, the two countries did a ceasefire agreement. The war that lasted for 6 years has now ended. In Suez Canal debris of missiles, war had spread everywhere. Besides this, Egypt also installed mines here, that's why it was impossible for ships to move from here. It took 2 years for Egypt to clear Suez Canal. June 5, 1975 was the day when Suez Canal was open after 8 years. Finally it's time for 14 ships to leave the Suez Canal. When those ships reached their countries, they were highly welcomed. This type of traffic jam never happened in the history, nor happened till today. At the same time, the relation between Israel and Egypt recovered, and Israel gave the whole Sinai Peninsula back to Egypt. Hope you will like this video, thanks for watching.